Hi everyone, this is User1, and I wanted to touch on this topic for a while. Gambling. Specifically, gambling in SAMP. Personally, I've played blackjack and I even hosted some blackjack games, and at one point, I even leased out a betting shop on LSRP. During that time, I've had many people tell me that I'm ruining the chances of winning by generating the numbers at different time for some other reason. But is that really the case? Is there a pattern you can provoke to generate a specific sequence of numbers? I've always thought that if the numbers are random, that there is no single way to predict them. However, as I started thinking about it, what is a random number and how does a computer generate it? Well, it turns out there's two kinds of random numbers, true random and pseudo-random. And guess which kind the SAM platform uses? That's right, pseudo-random numbers. So maybe there is some basis to what all those people have been saying about predicting how the numbers lay out. The truth is, in LSRP, if you hit the right number, it can mean the difference between being a millionaire and being broke. So this topic is very important for gamblers of LSRP or any gambling websites for that matter, as most of them use pseudo-random number generators as well, assuming they're not rigged in the first place. So what does a pseudo-random number generator mean? Well, a computer cannot inherently generate random numbers. You can just give it a command or a sequence of commands to do simple calculations such as multiply 21 and 25, or run this file, or show system time, or kick this player if he's in the ban list and display him a message. As Dr. Mads Ha, a writer at random.org, puts it, a computer follows its instructions blindly and is therefore completely predictable. A computer that doesn't follow its instructions in this manner is broken. A pseudo-random number generator is an algorithm, a list of numbers which computer cycles through each time a random number is needed. This means that random numbers are completely predetermined. However, they're still considered random, as unless you find that list of algorithms of numbers, you have no idea what random number is going to come up. Some people have attempted predicting random numbers with great success. However, to do that you must also know the seed of random number generator. So to summarize, when the computer is told to generate a random number, most of the time it just takes a number from a massive list of predetermined numbers, and next time a new number is requested, it just goes down the list. The list is extremely big, so it's unlikely you'll be able to find any repeating patterns in it. I will not go into depths of predicting random numbers, as I believe that is exploiting computer limitations, and instead I'll go on to treat all those numbers as if they're completely random. Instead, I'll be conducting my own tests at my own expense. I went into Visage Casino on LSRP and I used one of the slot machines. Essentially, all gambling revolves around getting the right random numbers. Therefore, it doesn't matter which gambling method I use. This one didn't require another player, didn't have the risk of getting scammed, and provided me with a lot of numbers to work with. This is my final results. After about 40 minutes of testing, I lost $80,100 and won $50,000. I won $10,000 once, $5,000 once, $4,000 four times, $3,000 also four times, $2,000 three times, and $1,000 once. The rules of the games are simple. 3 pseudo-random numbers are generated. If they're all the same, you win depending on the numbers, a different amount of money. If we base it on my experiment, the win-lose ratio is 5:8. Or, in other words, your likelihood of winning, according to my experiment, is 38.4%. Now, it's important to mention that this isn't your likelihood of winning each game, but rather making profit from the few games you do win in comparison to all the small games you lose, since that is the premise of the game. We will now calculate a much smaller percentage, which will represent your likelihood of actually winning a single game, regardless of the numbers you're combining. So, a random number between 0 and 9 is generated. That's 10 different numbers that can be generated. You must generate 3 same numbers in a row to win. How do you calculate that? Well, it's simple. Your chance of hitting the desired number at the first time is 1 in 10. Your chance of hitting 2 desired numbers in a row is 1 in 10 to the power of 2, which is 100, so 1 in 100. Your chance of hitting 3 desired numbers in a row is 1 in 1000. So For every 3 same number combination, you have 1 in 1,000 chance of hitting it. And there's 10 of those combinations, because there's 10 numbers, leaving you with 1 in 100 chance of winning each game with any number combination. Now let's look at the price of each game. You pay $150 to play. You can win anywhere from 1,000 to 20,000. For every 100 games you lose, you need 150,000 to compensate for that. Most wins do not compensate for that. And while I'm not sure on exact values, I haven't gotten a single win over $10,000, and in the end I lost $30,000. The moral of the story is that you shouldn't gamble, especially not with slot machines in LSRP. Odds are always against you. If the casino wasn't making profit, they wouldn't have bothered building the casino for you. Yes, it's possible to win, but it's very unlikely and you shouldn't expect it. And as always, stay awesome.